Hey everyone, welcome to my workbench. Uh, Something really special tonight. This is something I've been working on. Should have been working on some other stuff, but I was working on this. This is the Atari 5200 true analog controller. And what do I mean by true analog is there is no ADC converters in here. There are no digital components. It is pure analog circuitry. Just all you had to do was change the potentiometers out onto an industrial joystick, create some custom couplings for it, and then scale it using, had throw a capacitor in there too. But anyways, you end up with pure analog. There's no digital trickery here. No programming. There's minimal components other than what the original controller had. You can see I really wanted to make this an homage to the original 5200 controller. You can see the same layout. Dimensionally, these two are almost identical, down to little concentric rings. Someday I'll figure out how to carve little edges into it, but you can see I went through and tried to make it as close as possible to the original controller. Same taper and everything. Uh, these are actually the same color. It's hard to see because the white balance is screwy, but that is the original green, yellow, red. Same order, same position, same function. I made this ambidextrous, so righty or lefty, you can use whichever hand you want. My wife is left-handed, so I always consider people who are left-handed when they make these controllers. And when this controller is originally used, is almost certainly used for a right-hand control for right-hand dominant people. But the original controller is actually ambidextrous too, because you could control like this, or you could control like this, because the buttons are on the side. But yeah, same layout. I really wanted to give it the a feel like what the 5200 controller would be if it didn't suck. It's a terrible controller. Nice thing about this, every game I've tried, it works with. Or Robotron, but you need two sticks for that. Whatever. Um, that being said, I mean, like, even games that are impossible with digital controllers, like Star Wars, the arcade game, you can play with this stick. And for anyone who doesn't have an Atari Max cartridge, I would really recommend it if you want to get the most out of your Star Wars arcade game. Right now, this particular controller is just biasing very slightly to the left, but it doesn't really affect the world all that much. Most games you don't see it at all because they put like a proper dead zone, but this game is just a tiny touch to the left. Vertically is okay. All right. Shoot the TIE fighters. All right. I forgot how hard of a game this really was. As you can see, you can actually play Star Wars on this, which I know at least one customer who was really disappointed that they weren't able to play Star Wars. But here we are, down in the trench. Oh, did I hit pause? Oh, good. Yeah, you can see you can actually play Star Wars. And just about any other game you can think of. I mean, even ones which do just fine with digital sticks are still completely fun and playable. Let's say like Pac-Man. This was really a work of love here. Press 1, 2 player game. 1 player, 2 player, 1 player, 2 player, 1 player. I'll bump this up a little bit so you can actually see me playing a little bit. You can see the stick. No problem. The direction you go, it stays. It's actually a really hard version of Pac-Man. Starts at the beginning of the maze. Little flags on their head. That's different. Oh, wait, you can change his speed? Oh, no, he's one speed. Never mind. I thought he went quicker. That works beautifully. Let's try Choplifter. Yeah. The problem with like when you use the digital control is it's all or nothing. So okay, for sortie. You see I can just if I want to, I can just hover it in the air like that. See that? Isn't that cool? Oh, don't kill the hostages. Sorry. Mustache. And again, I can actually start the controls and it works. Neat, huh? It's been a challenge because I had to design and redesign a couple of parts. The cutouts all done on a CNC. And I have 5 parts printed up on the 3D printer. So, but hey, it's here. And good news is when I did the whole bill of materials on it, I don't know why this camera is being goofy. Anyway, come on. Whatever. Um, the good news is price-wise, cost of materials is actually less than the Jaguar controller. So I can offer this because there's more labor than the Jaguar controller. It's going to be the same price. I think it's at $119 now. And in the next, so I'm going to have this on my website. Once I take some photos, I'll have this up on my website for sale. I'll put a link once I have that done. And then the next day or so, now that I've got this working, I have the lower cost digital controller. It's not going to have the nice buttons here. It's going to have a 4x4 layout here on it. But nice arcade controller, arcade buttons, and the XY potentiometers will be down here. But yeah, that will be the next one coming up. But that's probably going to be in a day or so because that was actually going to be a lot easier to figure out than this one because that one's just a digital controller. But you can see it works. I can just hover here. Just a little slight touch. You can go real slow. It works. This is one of the neatest things I've done in a while. So I'm glad to be able to actually. I've been promising people for years I'd come out with a analog controller, and I finally figured it out. It took a bit to figure it out, but here it is. And for 2024, it shall be available. It's a nice ABS box. Again, I even custom 3D printed the same size joystick as the original. Same buttons. It's just, if anyone has 5200, I would toot my own horn and recommend being one of the first to buy one of these bad boys. It's going to take me. Initial production is probably going to be pretty slow because I just build these up one at a time. You see the size of it. So good for man hands. Bigger than my head, but it's ABS plastic. It's an industrial joystick. Yeah, I'm just glad to be able to finally make good on my promise, and now I can get back to finishing the other one up. That's going to take a day, and then back to finishing off those sharp Zoruses, and then learning computer. But this one is what I do for my fun money. So, and yeah, everyone, thank you, and it's going to be over at retrogame.cyberfreak.com, and I will put a link down below once I have taken my product photos and set up a product page on my website so you can order. I have parts for 4 more on hand. I just have to print out new 3D printed parts. I mean, just this knob takes like a half an hour to print new 3D printed parts. But yeah, I could probably crank out maybe one a day, one every other day, because this isn't my main job. So please be patient if you do happen to order one of these. I probably will allow back orders, but keep in mind if I do start selling these things quick, I don't know, might sell fast, might not sell at all, who knows. And we'll be able to it is all nice and tight. Yeah, I'll never have like gigantic quantities, but I mean it's going to be, I mean, in terms of my labor, it takes a bit more work than the Jaguar version, but the cost of goods is a bit less because like I said before, the total for the Jaguar was, oh man, 67. It's like over $70 just in parts, which is crazy. I mean, I don't make all that much on them, and this one's closer to 50, I think, price wise. I'm very open about how much I make on these things. I'm not trying to get rich. I just do this for play money, so I can do more experiments. Let me see. Yeah, little inside baseball here. Yeah, for the 60. Yeah, ouch. Over $60 on the, without counting the cost of the 3D printed parts, it's only $41 in parts. Oh, you know what? I think I might sell this for $109. Yeah, I'll go cheaper. Yeah, $109. I'll still make money. And then the other one is going to be less expensive. It's going to be $99. So the Jaguar is the most expensive because the cost of goods sold is $20 more than everything else. So I have to charge $20 more. So yeah, it looks like I can still make, yeah, even a analog, I could still make money at 109. So yeah, I'll put up for 109, so it'll actually be less than the Jaguar controller. And the new digital controller is going to be 99. So I'll have, once that one's done, I'll put photos up. But hey, sorry for the sales pitch, but I was just excited to get this thing working, and I got it working, mostly working a day or two ago, and had some issues with keeping everything from moving around, and figured out how to bolt everything down properly. But yeah, this is serial number 1. First one someone's going to buy is going to be serial number 2. Everyone, thank you for watching, and happy gaming.